Do you want to say hello?
Hi guys. Hi guys.
Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. We just wanted to stop and kind of give you guys a quick follow-on to our MRE video that we did last week on Wednesday. But basically just kind of give you a rundown of the week that we have planned and ask for your help a little bit. For anybody who's been to Moab, who knows about Moab, or who has some insight on Moab, we're talking to you because we need a little bit of insight on that portion of the trip. For anyone who's new or just visiting this channel or whatnot, or this trip, we're setting up our first excursion with the new 4Runner. It's going to be an interesting trip because it's going to include us going to 4 different states, including Austin, or Texas. We're going to hit up New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah. Our plan is to do a lot of basically sightseeing. We're going to do some off-roading. We're going to do some overlanding. We're going to do camping, and we're going to do hiking, all in different various areas.
Hopefully paddleboarding too.
Hopefully so. We'll see how everything plays out throughout the week. Our basic plan is to leave here, go to Carlsbad for a night, then go to Junction Creek Campgrounds, which is right next to the Colorado Trail, the next night. And then the following day, we're going to go hike up segment 28 of the Colorado Trail, hike on that, find a good camp spot, camp out overnight on the Colorado Trail itself. Next day, we're going to hike back. We're going to spend the night in Durango, pull up a cabin there, and then the following 2 evenings are going to be in Moab. Following that, we're going to come back and hit Alamogordo, New Mexico, and end up in Austin. Now, everything else we pretty much have planned. We know where we're going to stay most of those nights. It's going to be a little bit more conventional on this trip just because a lot of these locations we haven't been there, and we don't want to do a lot of guesswork for the first time. Once we get a feel for the areas, we can come back later on and figure out where we're going. But as I mentioned before in another video, we've already been in this situation where we ended up in Colorado and we couldn't find a place to sleep, and we ended up just having to crash for a couple hours in our rig. So we're trying to eliminate that from happening. So my question to you guys is, anybody who's been to Moab or knows a lot of that area, we're trying to find something a little bit unconventional. If I can, my last resort...
Not like a teepee or a cave.
No. You know, but that could be fun too.
No.
My last resort is to stay at the Moab KOA, but I'd like to stay somewhere a little bit more off the grid. I know there's a lot of BLM land, which is just the state-owned land, if I'm remembering that correctly. So if you know of a place that we can go and stay at, or you have a favorite campground, or just something that's a little bit more open for us to just kind of explore and be a little bit more away from things, that'd be really great, and that's kind of what we're looking for. I'm going to do more research on this too and end up narrowing it down if I don't get any help, but that's kind of what we're looking for. So those are the only 2 nights that we're really trying to fine-tune now. We're planning on doing Arches National Park, which does have a campground, but it's closed right now. That's where I was going to say one of the nights, but that one's closed. And then we want to do a couple trails, including Hell's Revenge and maybe Fins and Things, but for sure at least Hell's Revenge. And kind of go from there. I'm really excited about wheeling in Moab because that's been one of our dreams for the last 5 years that we've been really getting into rock crawling more. It'll be a lot of fun in a stock rig because we haven't taken out a stock 4Runner in ever, and B, we love to wheel stock rigs just because it gives you a really good taste of how everything works out to its initial potential and then build up from there. One thing I am considering doing is changing out the tires to some mud trains, maybe tossing on some Rubicon takeoffs and tossing them on there since it's pretty much the same tire size, and it'll give us a little more meat and a little bit better grip for on the trail. But everything else I want to leave stock. I don't want to mess with anything on the vehicle, but I am considering doing that one change with the tires. I'll debate that a little bit more, but I'm highly considering just tossing on the same size but mud trains because anybody who wheels knows that gives you a little more grip and bite on the trails, so it won't hurt to have. Other than that, our rig isn't completely set up for go out on our own for days at a time and live out of that. So we're going to set it up to a way that we can live out of it. I am looking at some grills. We're looking at some stuff that I do want to pick up. So as we get that stuff, we'll do reviews and see how it works out in practical use also. That's kind of where we're at. I'll probably pick up the Utah Moab Off-Roading Spiral Guide too. This is a great resource for the Colorado Trail. I recommend both these. We're going to use this one more on the trail because it actually has breakdowns on where to stop and stuff and kind of go from there. You have any more insight on that?
I don't even know why I'm in this video. He just wanted something to get people to click on it. Because he already filmed this, and then he was watching the video, and he was like, oh, this is so boring.
I just didn't like the things that I said. Sometimes you have to do it once or twice. Anyways, the looks and the brain. So we have it all set up. and we go from there. If you have any Moab advice, please let us know, and we appreciate it.
Dead weight.
We'll give you some more stuff this week and more information.
I'll be gone this week, so you won't be hearing from me. Your videos will be boring from now on.
We did go to REI today and looked at some tents and some cooktops and stuff. REI is having a big sale right now, so stop by there if you want to go places. REI. Other than that, I'm waiting to buy a rooftop tent, but since that costs like $2,000, we're probably gonna buy like a smaller tent to just kind of suffice. That way we can also have something for taking on our trails. We have like a cheap $20, $30 tent, but
it's got holes. It's too big for the trail, to be honest. Yeah,
it's a little bit heavier. So we wanted to get something a little bit more hiking relatable. So we were looking at, what was the name of the tent? Something 2? Half Dome 2?
Half Dome 2?
Maybe it's a Half Dome 2, something like that. But they're on sale from $200 to like $150. Also, the stove.
The cooktops are like 50% off.
Yeah, the stove I want to get is really nice, and it was originally $130, and they're $90 right now. So I'm probably going to pick one of those up this week, and I'll do a full review on that also with the unboxing. So there you go. I appreciate it again. If you want to keep more details, subscribe, and we have more videos for this coming. Our trip is in how many weeks now?
We're 3 weeks away.
We're 3 weeks out.
21 days.
We're really looking forward to it. She's about to go to, where are you going? Yucatan and?
I'm going to Cozumel and Yucatan.
Yeah.
I'm going on a cruise with my best friend from college.
If you want to see pictures of that, you can hop on our Instagram, which is?
Nope.
No. There you go. Alright guys, we'll see you on the flip side. Cheap Noob out.
Nope. Please turn those lights off. It is hot.